Welcome to my real estate dojo with Mr. Investor. Gang, my name is Mike, as you already know, and today's lesson is about a wrap and 2 ways to structure a wrap. Now, if you don't know what a wrap is, I highly recommend you watch my previous videos so you learn how to buy properties with no money, no credit, and build wealth and cash flow as I'm doing right now, okay? Let's go ahead and dive in and see how 2 ways to structure a wrap transaction to make money in real estate without using your own money, without using your own credit, okay? So, number 1 way to structure a wrap is called a mirror. And I'm just going to put M. And in a mirror transaction, you're just going to duplicate, or you're going to just exactly copy the seller's underlying note. For example, if the seller's underlying note is 5% interest rate, they owe $100,000, and the monthly payments are $1,000 a month, when you wrap the transaction, your monthly payments are going to be, whenever you wrap the transaction and buy it, your monthly payments are going to be $1,000, 5%, and $100,000. So simply put, listen up, it's very careful. In a wrap mirror transaction, when the transaction closes, your interest rate, your debt balance, and your monthly payments are going to be exactly the same as the underlying note or the seller's note, okay? So you're buying it exactly as the seller is. So on a mirror is the same as the seller's note or underlying notes, okay? It's very important that you understand that. Now, the second way to structure a wrap and make money off of it is to play around with the underlying note, the seller's underlying notes, okay? Now, what do I mean by that? All right, so you buy a property that's worth $100, the monthly payments are $1,000, and the interest rate is 5%, okay? When you buy the property, you buy it as a mirror, which is the same as the seller's note, and you turn around and sell it to a retail buyer, somebody that doesn't have good credit, or somebody that is self-employed, they can't get a loan. And whenever you sell it to that retail buyer or end buyer, what you're going to do is you're going to wrap it using the second strategy, which I call playing around. And you're going to play around with the underlying note and increase the numbers. For example, if the loan was 100, now you will sell the loan to the new retail buyer for 120. If the monthly payments were $1,000, now you're going to charge $1,200. If the interest rate was 5%, now you're going to charge 8%. So you see what I'm saying? What you're going to do in the playing around strategy is whatever the underlying note is, you're going to create a new note to give it to the retail buyer, and this new note, and you're playing around with the numbers. Whatever the debt balance was, you're going to increase it. Whatever the interest rate, you're going to increase it. And whatever the monthly payments are, you're going to increase it. And that's where you get your money, the spread. Because in a wrap, if you don't know what a wrap is, I highly recommend going back and watching my previous videos on what a wrap is and how to monetize on a wrap, and how it's so great way or creative way to buy properties and be like the bank is, that you get 3 different types of payout. You get a payout for the principal balance, which is called the back end. You get a monthly spread from the underlying monthly PI to the new amount that you charge, okay? And at the same time, you're going to get a big chunk of money as a down payment whenever you sell the property. So in a nutshell, when you buy a property and you sell it to a retail buyer, you have 3 ways to make money, which is your down payment, the spread on the monthly payments because of the increase of the interest rate and the principal balance that you have increased whenever you sold the property to the retail buyer, all the way down to the back end, which is you bought the property for 100 and you sold it for 120, and whenever they cash you out, you're going to get that back end money coming to you. So that's why I talk about using creative financing to structure a lot of deals and buying property with none of your own money, none of your own cash, and getting a monthly cash flow from it while creating yourself equity. Let's go back to this. On the strategy number 2 is that you buy it for X and you sell it for X plus 3 or X plus 4 in all aspects, from the interest rate to the monthly payments to the principal balance. On a strategy where you use the mirror, there is no playing around with the underlying note. You buy it as the seller. Okay? Now I keep saying I buy it as the seller, from the seller. I buy it from the seller because usually when I buy a property from a seller, I'm just mirroring their underlying note. I'm not giving them any extra money, nothing, okay? So I'm just getting it for what they owe on it. Then I turn around and sell it on the playing around strategy where I make the 3 cash from down payment, monthly payments to the back end, okay? Now, another thing you could do with the mirror is basically what some people call mortgage assignment. I don't really like that word, but what that means is they'll get a property or they'll talk to a seller and they negotiate the deal. Say, hey, I'm going to buy your property for your underlying note, whatever your monthly payments are, I'm just going to make that. So all the stuff is exactly a mirror, okay? And what they do is they'll go ahead and just assign that contract to another retail buyer for exactly what they have negotiated, which is to pay the seller's underlying note and nothing else. And in return, they only get maybe 10 grand or 5 grand or 20 grand or plus for that transaction. So therefore, they're only cutting themselves off because they're not going to get that monthly cash flow and they're not going to get that back end profit. However, they just made a handsomely great amount of money right up front, okay? Which is not a bad deal, right? So I don't like doing this myself. Sometimes I will, but because I'm not a wholesaler, I am more of a buy and hold guy, and I'm looking to buy properties in terms of rentals. But it's a great strategy if you don't have the money for rentals or if you don't want to be a landlord. This is a great strategy to get that $10,000, $20,000 by just assigning that mirror wrap to a retail buyer. All right, gang. Now, we talked about a wrap, 2 ways to structure it. I know these ways work. I've done it. I want you to go out there and take some action, okay? I don't want you to watch TV. I don't want you to be on your cell phone. I don't want you to, just look at all the stuff, how hard it is or how it doesn't work, or, what other people are telling you or what other people have done, okay? We live in the best country, which is America. Myself, I'm a refugee to America. My family was fortunate enough to come here and harvest off this great country. So instead of looking at what you don't have, what I really need you to do is look at what you do have. For example, if you just know how to speak English, if you know how to add, if you know left from right, if you have some family here, some friends here, you went to high school here, if you have a car, if you have some gas in your car, if you have the internet, if you have a library card, just a library card, look at all the things you do have, if you have your legs and arms and ears, okay? So I want you to focus on what you do have. Yes, I know it's hard out there. I'm out here grinding 7 days a week. I work every day. I know it's hard out here. I know how hard it is to start something out of nothing, okay? But trust me, you can do it. This is America. This is the land of opportunity, and you're here. So make it happen for yourself. Go out there, take action. Don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to people that tell you you can't do it. If it's your friends, if it's your family, if it's the media, if it's whoever, okay, the professionals. Don't listen to that. If the idea, boom, hit you in the head, the light bulb clicked off, that means the idea was meant for you. Now it's your job to hustle and bustle, to grind every day to make your greatness come out. I know you can do it. I believe in you. You got to go out there and take action. So I know you can do it. So go out there and take action. Now, gang, if you like these YouTube videos, please comment on it. Please share it. Please like it to motivate me to make more for you. Because I do this for free, and whenever you tell me you like it or you leave a comment, it just pumps me up. It lets me know that I'm really making an impact to do more videos. So if you like these videos, please share it. Please like, please comment, and I will respond to you. This is Mike with my Real Estate Dojo. Gang, I'll talk to you later.